Did you guys do the didgeridoo thing again?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
What's that called again when you do that with your mouth?
Oh, throat singing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just throat singing.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cool, that's the intro.
There you go. Cheers, you guys. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Have you heard about our new radio station? It's called Funky Moose Radio, where we play alternative and indie rock, sprinkle in some blues and Americana. We feature the music from our guests on this podcast at least once per hour. These songs can be in any genre. We're working on getting the station on every mobile app available, but the easiest way to listen is at funkymooseradio.ca. You should also become a VIP because we'll be giving away some prizes. Again, check it out at funkymooseradio.ca.
Welcome to Funky Moose Records Studio. Dude, it's great to see you guys here in person. The last time we did this, we did it virtually on Zoom. I always think that in person is so much better, man. So thank you guys for joining us.
Really appreciate you guys
And
having
this
us.
is actually the first time I see you in person.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
I think we met once.
We were
The Brothers G.
yeah, we were at the
Brothers
Capitol
G
together.
show.
That's right. Scenic route to Alaska.
Scenic route.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alaska, yeah.
Was I there?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
That's where you pinch my fingers on the railing.
Oh yeah, that wooden
Yeah.
just outside. You know how there's that wall there. Mark was leaning there, had his fingers inside, and I went and I leaned on it. And just about cut his fingers right off.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
dude.
they took it away.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it's actually for the snow cleaning.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's less of an exciting story.
Hell yeah. So let's cheers again. Cheers to the great show the other night, you guys. I thought you guys were
Finish my
awesome.
drink.
Yeah. And I'm thank you for letting me try to sling some merch for you guys.
Oh yeah. Well, no, you did us a total solid. We were up short. We had the dudes we normally kind of get to look after it recording us on their phones for the thing because we're trying to get a live video for festival applications.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. No, dude, that was the second time I think I was able to do that. And the two times that I've done it, I never sold a damn thing. So I was sitting at the Our Hands merch table one night. I think I was there for like an hour and a half, didn't sell a damn thing, and then same with you. There was two people there. I was kind of like chit-chatting with, trying to like persuade them into some shirts and bandanas, but I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
But I bought the one and only pickled t-shirt
Pickled t-shirt.
that you guys had. Is that going to be a thing? Are you
I
gonna
think
have more?
so. Well, yeah.
I don't know, should it be a one-of-a-kind deal, or is this something that's marketable?
Yeah.
We got to do a couple batches at
Yeah.
least, I'd say.
It's one of a kind. It sits on the shelf and it'll be in every
That's
shop.
where it is right now, and it ain't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. If you guys want a pickled Chesterfield t-shirt, tie-dyed shirt, put it in the comments below, and we'll line it up for
See
you.
what we can do.
Joel will sell you his.
Yeah, I'll make you a sale there through YouTube
$50
comments.
Yeah.
Hell
Pickled
yeah.
fresh by Kendall Birdshaw. Yeah.
How was
Are we doing an intro? Because we just kind of dove into it.
Oh, we
I
can.
thought the throat singing was the intro.
Oh, yes. Okay, so for those of you watching and listening, this week we have on Saskatoon's very own Chesterfield. Coming in for the second time on the podcast here. We've got to know these guys in the last year and a half, 2 years, I think. And this last Saturday, they performed at, or I guess 2 Saturdays ago, they performed at the Capitol here in Saskatoon, and that was the first time I got to see you guys live. For as long as we've
Yeah.
known each other,
That's weird.
I never made it out. The last time you guys were on, we were even talking about you guys were going to have a house party or something, and had invited us in, and we were like, oh yeah, we'll make it. And then I think
And then that never happened.
that never happened. We were just, Janelle and I, we were up at Candle Lake, I think, the weekend you were doing it, and I was like, I'm not going to drive all the way to Saskatoon from here.
Yeah.
Which is why we didn't go, but
So now it's a house party here.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we brought you guys to us. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
On a school night, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we gotta hurry up because I gotta get to bed.
Kids gotta go to bed. How was the drive into Bellevue, Saskatchewan? Have you guys ever been here before?
Not to Bellevue. No.
Can't say so.
Who
No,
drove?
I did.
We let him.
Yeah. They finally let me drive, so got my the winter beater out again, so I'm
Nice.
good to go.
What are you driving? Is a van?
It's a Chevy Blazer, actually.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's an SUV.
yeah, it does the trick.
Yeah, especially on winter roads.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Snow's kind of coming at you, so you're getting a little delusional and trancy, but it's all right.
Hell yeah.
That's what we did last 2 weeks ago.
I do
Where
it. I
did
do it
we go?
every weekend, man. Like even through that blizzard, I was like, "Let's go!"
Yeah, let's
just
go
like
through.
just slow it down to like 80 or 90. Janelle and I just loving it, laughing at everybody in the ditch.
Semi's blown
Yeah,
over.
yeah. And we just putt by.
Karma.
Listening to Saucer Full of Secrets as you roll by.
Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. So, do you guys? I want to cut right to the chase. So you teased some like exclusive information. There was something you guys want to talk about on the podcast, and that's as far as I know about it. And I'm really intrigued. I'm waiting and hoping you're gonna drop a big bomb on us.
Are you sure
here.
the cameras are running?
Yeah.
we don't want to miss this.
Right? We've got audio. If no video, we've got audio.
Well, us Chesterfield, we've been together for like, what, 3 years now?
Around 3 years,
Around 3
yeah.
years, and we're very unconventional in that we haven't put out an album yet. Like, we have one single that we put out
In
February
2020.
in
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
And we've been kind of going off the back of that, playing all these shows on the back of this one single. So we actually have the album totally recorded. It's mastered by Ryan Shot and Bunny Hug
Okay.
Studios.
Yeah.
And just sent off to the press today, submitted for distribution. We're going to give you guys the very first drop of this album.
Hell yeah,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah.
Exclusive. We get 2 exclusive. 2 weeks in a row, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking exciting, man.
Yeah, so the song is it's one of my originals. We all three of us share singing duties 3 ways, and the first one was Justin's in Morning in the Midday. This is Washed Away by me. It's like a funky saxophone number, and it's going to be the first single for the album. What else should I say about it?
Well, let's spin it right here for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Washed away.
No, Wash It Away.
Wash it away.
Yeah.
Trust me when I say it's nothing you can't see, but the level of your sovereignty could free my country. But now let's wash that away and bring it right down to the tax. I was one shot away, but you've already turned your back. So if you wanna go, go. 'Cause I saw a sign in the pines today. May those old evergreens fade. Trust me when I say I saw it come from miles, but I was taken by surprise by your manic pixie style. But now let's wash it away and bring it right down to the tax. I was
Sorry for the interruption, you guys. I just wanted to tell you guys about Muse Canada. They're a new arts and entertainment media connection and support network. Skip the algorithms of social media and connect with other entertainment professionals across Canada. Sign up today for $5 a month or use the promo code FunkyMoose2021 for 10% off. That is FUNKYMOOSE2021 for 10% off. Back to the show.
Yeah.
So you get right into it even when you're just jamming out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the
Freaking
time.
rights,
Play it
man.
like you're live.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of the things we say and do on stage all emerge from jam wing, where we're a little more or less inhibited, you know, we're a little more comfortable in the jazz.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, you gotta do that on stage.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I dare you. Like, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
So there's 5 of you in the band, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who are the other 2 again?
There's Eric, who aka Big Spoon Honey Daddy. He's
yeah,
our,
he was with you guys last time you guys were on.
Yeah, so he was the one you were hearing play saxophone on there, but he's mostly our bass player. We just let him loose on the horn 1 or 2 songs a set, and he's happy. And then the other guy is Brecken, aka Dizzy Thicket, and he's our newest member. Actually, we added him since the last podcast. Is on piano. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah, he's from Edmonton, and he's cousins with one of our buds, and then he started coming around. He's like, it's like, I love these guys. Like, I'm just gonna move here, and then he moved here. He's like, well, he play piano. Like, you might as well be in this band.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Freaking right. I love how you guys are just like welcoming to everybody in your surroundings. Like people I've talked to about you guys, not that I'm like talking about you behind your backs or anything, but like I've never heard anything bad. Like everybody that I've talked to about Chesterfield has nothing but good things to say about you guys, which is actually how I was introduced to you guys in the first place, through Kitchener-Langfield.
Yeah.
And then we had met at the Capitol one night.
right.
Kid introduced us, and then that's kind of how this all got started. Like
Yeah.
you guys were
Yeah.
just welcoming, open, and just genuine. And I love that humility and that aspect of it, right?
Was that the Rose album release party? Joel Rose? That was Rose, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
That's what I
That
heard, 'cause
sounds-
it was
that
just
sounds
the
about
two of
right.
us that went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that at the Capitol?
Yeah.
When was that?
Well, that was like a while.
We should just
ago
fucking
now.
move
14
into
months
the
ago, maybe?
Capitol.
Yeah.
Hey?
Don't they
Just
have
knows
beds there?
exactly. About 14 months ago. 13 hours.
We're honest to God, I think the Capitol is one of my favorite venues in Saskatoon. Just like I love going there. Great artists, musicians. There's always something to do there, and I've never seen anything bad go down there. Not in my time. Not like knock on wood. I'm not saying that never happens. I'm just saying I've never seen it or been a part of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's super nice having like a dedicated bar for music, and
Hell yeah.
it's nice in there. It's like one of the nicer places in town, so
Yeah.
it's really appreciate that they actually have a place like that.
And that's its thing, is
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's its main thing.
Yeah.
You can tell Mitch puts a lot of care into running that place, for sure.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It was, what was it before the Capitol? Lydia's or something?
No, that was on Broadway.
Yeah.
Was the same
It's
people.
actually Prairie Sun.
Yeah.
Where Prairie Sun is now.
That was Lydia's?
That was Lydia's.
Aha.
I
Okay.
can't remember the name of the last one.
But the guy.
They have a Lydia
there was
sign.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Capitol. I don't know why.
And I
They
think
probably
the pool
take-
table was from Lydia's too, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
I think the open mic nights started at Lydia's,
Yeah.
and the Cap took it over or something.
Yeah.
I was with like Adele Boychuk and Jamie Peeber. Did the Nest Creek open mic at Lydia's.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie's that sound guy
Yeah.
normally, right? Yeah, I met him a couple times. That guy's a pretty good dude.
That sounds.
Yeah, he's
Well, I
awesome.
just I don't
Not
know
that
him well
sound.
enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Or-
the sound guy.
He looks
the
just
sound
like
guy.
Justin, actually. He looks like a slightly older Justin. Yeah.
We have that in common. That's why we like each other.
Freaking right. I bet you we could take over the open mic.
They're looking for new hosts. I
Yeah,
saw.
we
Yeah.
should.
They are.
Hey?
Yeah.
We kind of have an announcement to make as well. I guess we could do it. Should we do
I
it?
guess
yet?
we did that
Yeah.
last week already.
We kind of did we?
Yeah. Did we?
I don't know.
Double
maybe.
We
up.
never
Let's hear
double
it.
up. We never made an official announcement, so I don't know for the ones watching or listening at home. Is Mark and I are going to be the ones taking over the open mic nights on Tuesday nights.
No
Heck
way.
yeah.
No
That's
way.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job,
Perfect.
guys.
Freaking A, dude. I'm
sick.
pretty excited about it. It's exciting.
Yeah.
You know,
it's also a little unknown territory for us. So it's like, what are we getting into? But on the other hand, it's like we have all of these connections. We know all these bands, and it just makes sense for us to do it, right?
Well, that's a
Totally.
perfect next
Yeah.
step.
Yeah.
So and then I start spiraling out. I got all like 100 freaking different ideas of what I want to do.
He calls me daily. How about this?
Yeah, I got another idea for you. But it's all stuff like I'm completely aware that it's going to take a while to get it to the place where I want it to. Mm-hmm. But it's like Mitch is giving us the opportunity to start that venture and like
Yep.
get it going. So I'm like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
we'll give it an honest effort. And if it doesn't pan out, like nobody's reputations are getting jeopardized here. Like we're just gonna give it a go, and if it works, we'll stick around. And if it doesn't, like fire us. I don't care. It's fine. I get it, man. So yeah, we're gonna start sometime in December. There's like worst case scenario date is gonna be like this date, but we're gonna try and get in there before that.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So yeah,
Hey, so congrats, fellas.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Well, hell yeah, we'll come out and play one of those.
Please.
We love playing the Cap open mic, and it has
do,
been a
man.
while.
Every
Yeah.
Tuesday, I want you there. Yeah, no, it's gonna be so much fun. I'll toss this idea out there too. I've been kind of fishing around with some people. Let me know if you think this is a good or bad idea. I was thinking of having like a house band there. You know, have a drummer, a bass player, and a guitar player. That's like your regular every Tuesday. That will be able to perform for like, you know, that artist who isn't going up. If they want to play with a full band, you got musicians there. If they don't want it, then the band just gets a break kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then that way there's always somebody there. If nobody shows up, you're always going to have live music.
Yeah.
House band.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but I'd say be wary.
Of like who's going to commit and
Well,
like...
There's this one venue in Edmonton. They have a weekly jam,
Right.
but it's just the house band plays for 2.5 hours and doesn't let the guests come up.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, oh
Well,
yeah,
that's-
we'll have you on next, and then they play 2 hours straight. It's
Yeah.
like you're sitting there,
No.
like, hey.
The band that's going to
Yeah.
be there will be there to support whoever
Whoever wants to hit
Yeah.
the
Not the other
stage.
way around.
And from the
Yeah.
ground floor up, knowing that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think
yeah.
that's cool. That's a cool way
That's-
to approach
that'd be
an open
awesome.
stage.
Yeah, we'll have to kind of keep a tight ship, I believe. Like, you know, go 15, 20 minutes per artist. And like, you know...
three songs. Or whatever.
Yeah, 3 songs maximum. If
Yeah.
you're done your 3 songs before 15 minutes is up, then all right, let's go on to the next one. But I'm just trying to think, like, what if I don't have anybody there? You know, I don't
Yeah.
want like a dead crowd or anything. I don't want to just have like Funky Moose Radio playing on the
Hello,
speakers.
Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Come, please.
Yeah. You guys want to hit the stage for the night? So yeah, I got so many freaking ideas about it. So I hope it pans out. I'm pretty confident it will.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, it's still going to be fun either way.
For the whole 3 weeks that we do it.
Yeah, until Mitch tells us to get the fuck out. What are you guys doing? Yeah, no, it'll be good. I think we've built a pretty good community of artists and friendships and stuff. I think it's just going to be a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Everything just coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all for a good time,
Totally.
Yeah.
right?
It'll be exciting to see like what comes out of that too, because I know like that's like even like in Swift Current they have their lyric theater and their open mic. They do it like once a month, so like, there's just not as many people,
Right.
but it's really cool to see like who ends up getting together as a band and what they end up doing.
100%. 100%.
And
Even
that's also kind of why we so when we were talking to Mitch, it was like it's kind of a win-win, because we had guests on the show that might want to do the open mic, but we might also meet people at the open mic that we want on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not?
Goes
Why
both
not?
ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Both ends. Well, and I know for us, like the Capital Open Mic was like an integral part of us becoming a band. Like when me and Justin first started with Charles and Duncan, like, we were just kind of jamming in the basement. But me, whenever I join a band, I'm always like, let's get let's go play now. I always like try to get the band to go play in an uncomfortable state live, right? Sure. And those first shows, probably 3 in a row, were all at the Capitol open mic. It was at a Capitol open mic that we got our name Chesterfield, because the host there, he couldn't remember our name ever. We were originally Melvin Pelvis and the Bavarian Creamers, and Sammy Fokerson can't remember that. So he misintroduced us a couple times in a row. So he's like, what do you guys called? The third time we just said we were sitting on the couch, and
he misintroduced it first.
That was right. Kasia said Chesterfield, and then that was from there on in.
From their own band names, they're like, hey, we can't be Melvin Pelvis and the Bavarian Creamers anymore. We gotta think of something else. And we're all sitting on the couches and they're throwing out names, and I was just like, how about Chesterfield? Because all you guys do is sit around on couches talking. Apt.
Instead of a light bulb going off, it was a little couch.
Hell yeah.
Nice. So those nicknames that you have for each other, you told me you had one for me when we were at the Cap, and I can't remember what it was.
Ooh.
What was yours? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Should have brought that damn book.
Yeah, we have a
book we're always talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have them written.
We write them
somewhere.
We might have. Yeah. We always try to write them down as soon as we make them, because they're so easy to forget.
Yeah, well, there's just so many.
You have names for like all your friends and like
most of them.
Like everybody you pretty much got like a Chesterfield name for them, right?
Pretty well
for the most part.
I have a note here that just says Herschel.
Yeah, well, I remember last year at work, that was like right around like the time that we were all like kind of going hard, giving everybody names. So I was just the new guy at work, and everybody's like looking at me, and so I start giving people names. So the first guy, he was on a tractor, and he just had this like face that just looked like he was deserved to be on the tractor. So he like came to me as like Don Tractorfield. So so that name kind of stuck with him, and people around work liked it. So this other guy, he was talking about how he was like drinking milk straight out of the cow, and how it was like nice and warm and tasty, and that's how he recommends other people drink it. So I'm like, and he said that he wanted a name too. He wanted one kind of like Don Tractorfield. So I'm like, oh well, Josh Cowsuckle, something like that. And he didn't like it quite as much, but we ended up on Josh Cowsocket.
There you go. Nice. The last time you guys were with us too, what was that whole conversation about Dilk? Even the episode's called Got Dilk.
Got Dilk, yeah. We're still heavy into the Dilk.
Yeah. We've if anything, we've gotten more heavy into the Dilk. I'll make sure to submit this graphic for you guys to show.
It's a town, right?
Dilky.
That is, yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's Dilk.
Dude, you guys send that over. We'll put it up here on the screen for everybody. Did you draw that?
I did, yeah. I made it in a Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator.
That's hilarious. Man.
Yeah. Well, I see. I'm in a screen printing class.
You need a Chesterfield on there, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe up here.
Right
maybe
here
on the side.
Have a couch on the side there.
Yeah. So I'm actually probably going to submit this to an art gallery. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Because we were like...
Have you seen my remote? Because it's usually on the couch.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Even better. Again, that would fit that the profile of a remote would fit well on the sidebar.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually made that for a screen printing class, because it's 3 colors and I can do it on a silk screen. We're going to have prints for our album release party in January. But I just learned that there's this student art show that you can like sell your art. So I think I'm going to submit to the student art show. So, it'll be nice screen prints, like nice flowers and butterflies and all kinds of, and dark broody art. And then it'll just be like Dilk.
Dude, I think you should. I think you should.
That'd be hilarious.
And you know what? Like, you could sling merch there too.
Oh, yeah.
All those t-shirts, man, those are works of art. You guys hand did each and every, like, I don't even think 2 of them are the same. Because they're like tie-dyed shirts and everything. And like, how do you get a tie-dyed shirt identical?
One is pickled.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's pickled.
Are you a medium?
I am. I am too. So it would fit.
Take it out one day, or
Dude, I'll be honest. I'm never opening that jar. Like, I'm gonna it will not be me opening that. I just think what it is and how it is perfect. I love it. I freaking love it. As soon as I saw it, was it you? You were like, "Yeah, this thing's not gonna sell." I'm like, "I'll fucking buy that right now." He's like, "I'll take that right now." I want. You're like, "Serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I want that."
And that's funny. We got 2 offers that night. One from you, and then one from Elias from the Bros G. He's like, if this doesn't sell tonight, I'm buying it.
Oh yeah,
And then you bought it right after.
Hell yes. I think it's
Sell it to
brilliant.
Yeah,
Elias.
Should, right?
mark it up. Yeah.
No doubt. How awesome were Brothers G that night?
Oh,
They were
so
wicked.
good. They're always good.
I think so too.
Yeah, one of the tightest bands. Like just so well rehearsed. Those guys and
Right? Yeah, tight, man.
they got killer sound too. Every one of them's a great musician.
Jordan's a hell of a drummer. He's
Yeah.
a serious monster on the drums. Like
For sure.
just makes it look like nothing. You know, just laughing, having a good time.
Yeah, he gives her.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jordan and Elias, they're almost like Jay and Silent Bob.
Right? Yeah. No doubt.
Oh man, yeah.
Every time I run into those guys too, it's outside. You know, they're that group that's hanging out with the. Well, you guys were out there too. I saw you guys out there too, but I think the last 4 or 5 times I've run into Brothers G, it's like in the smoking section, you know, outside just mingling with the people. I love that. Instead of having to like find them inside in the corner or whatever.
Yeah.
They're in the green
Accessible.
room, you can't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that kind of stuff.
Smoking pays off.
Yeah, networking through
Yeah.
nicotine.
Yeah.
It's definitely true though. Like I've made like way more opportunities smoking than I have in the bar because you can't hear people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You go
that's
and
true.
talk and you're just yelling at each other,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you exchange numbers and you forget to follow up, and it's just a mess. But you go outside and smoke it. It's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agreed. And then it's that whole, you'll get that one stranger that comes up and wants a cigarette or needs a light, and it just opens up easy conversation.
Yeah, even if you don't have one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true, right?
That was honestly one of the biggest things, one of the biggest culture shocks about moving to Saskatoon from Edmonton was in Edmonton we don't do that. Like when you go out and smoke, you're just like by yourself. Everyone's looking forward. Yeah, no socializing. Very limited socializing anyway. You're socializing if you know the people. Here, you know, you go out and try and like bum a cigarette or light up a smoke or start vaping. It's just like, yeah, so how you doing, man? It's like, dude, it took me by surprise at first. I'm like, everyone's so goddamn nice here, you know. And then I'm like, now it's, you know, it's just part of my DNA now.
Yeah.
It's
Saying,
That's
hey,
true.
you smoke,
Actually-
we got something in common. There we go. You know?
yeah,
Actually, in Holland too, it's you don't know each other, you don't talk to each other, and then that makes sense when you get here. Even in the line at Safeway or something, you chit chat. 2 weeks ago, there was a guy in front of me and had a whole big story about something, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Right on.
I'm that fucking old guy, chatting it up. I'm totally
oh,
that
that's
guy.
fine.
I
don't
always
mind.
try to say something when
Yeah.
I'm in lineups and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't smoke though. I should probably just walk up to say, hey, you gonna smoke? Yeah, here's one. No, I don't smoke. But, hey, I'm Mark.
This guy's trying to
Just
talk to me
don't
and he
even
doesn't even
light it.
smoke.
Don't even light it, just hold on to it. And
Yeah.
just talk to him.
Is this thing done yet?
Yeah, I'm always the guy too to go try to talk to somebody, and usually, like, I mean, a lot of times people will talk, but there's the odd person that they just don't want to talk. But that doesn't. I usually just keep talking.
yeah.
Hey, some people
even
appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some silent people like being talked to, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't like talking.
Well, for sure. Yeah, I was just running through my head all the times when people have asked me for like drinks or cigarettes, and I've given it to them, and like I've never. Okay, here's my train of thought. If I came up to you and asked you for a drink, let's say, can I get a beer off of you, and you give me a beer, we're at a party outside. As you give it to me, I crack it and I just dump it out. Well, how would you feel?
I'd just be like, dude, I would have drank that.
Right. But if it was like, but if you gave it to me, could I then not do what I will, like what I want with it? Because you gave it to
Yeah, I
me, so
guess
then
so.
it's mine. It'd be different if I was like, can I have another now? And then just keep doing
Yeah.
that shit. That'd be a dick move. But I mean, just like one. Or if I'm like, hey, you got a smoke? And you give me one and I just snap it in front of you.
Oh.
And then walk away.
I feel like that would hurt a bit more than a beer.
Right. But
Yeah.
technically,
Like,
you
you only
can't
got
get
20
mad
of them or
about it
whatever.
because, like, you gave it away.
Yeah, it's
So
not
it
like you were
doesn't
ever going to
matter
get
if I
some.
smoked it or I dropped it or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you ever get tired of your thoughts?
Sometimes yes. If at nighttime, if I gotta go to sleep and I like can't take it down, I'm like,
I'm like,
fucking,
uh,
I'm popping
I have to have
melatonin, man.
I have to have a show going so I can listen rather than think.
Right?
It's the only way I can sleep.
I actually do that before I sleep. So I sit in the living room, watch a show, just the dumbest thing ever, just to calm my mind, and then right after I go to bed.
Oh yeah, I just have it on and I close my eyes and try to picture it, and that's how I fall asleep.
Right? Yeah, I'm like taking melatonin.
I haven't tried that yet.
You just gotta
should
try to
do
like
that.
It
think
works
yourself
pretty
into
good.
like scenarios
Oh, no.
Yeah.
as you're
It just never
sleeping.
stops though. Like
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure
those
you've
amp me
experienced.
up and then it makes it all worse.
It just keeps going.
Yeah,
going
I'll be
and
up for
going.
hours if I'm trying to do that. Yeah.
Do something productive.
Like try and go to sleep at 2 a.m. when you got to get up for work the next day.
Well, we know someone
the
who just
thing.
calls random people to.
Oh man.
I know
Say that
someone who
again?
does that too.
Yeah.
We know someone if he's awake at 2 a.m. he just calls random people.
I know if I get lots of phone calls at 2 a.m.
Exactly.
from a lot of people.
That's why I don't have my phone number.
A lot of people get calls from us at 2 a.m. too,
Yeah.
but we're always still partying and just calling random people
Let's get the phone book out.
Hell yeah.
more than a couple times.
Yeah, they made a mistake when they gave us a phone book at their house.
I prefer to call it viral marketing.
Yeah. Well, we still have that landline, so we got to do the *67 before you call
That
people.
shit still works.
Oh, yeah.
Star
Yeah.
69, Star
have a
67,
landline?
all of that.
Yeah.
What?
We got a band house, and we're like, well, if we have a band house, we need a band phone.
Yeah.
So we got a band phone, and to this day, nobody's called it.
Well, they call, but it's not the people who you think are going to be calling. Like, what was that guy called last week or something
Yeah.
like that? And
Who's?
We should blast that phone number on the right across
We
the
should.
street.
Yeah,
here.
do it. Yeah.
right here.
Call
Here's-
Chesterfield.
Here's the band number right here, you guys. If you phone this number, you will hit their landline every time. Not saying they'll answer, but I'm telling you, try it out.
Yeah, we
try
might.
to. We answer every telemarketer.
Yeah. What was that last guy who was like, hey, this is Melvin Pelvis's rectum removal service?
Yeah.
And they just kept going. They're like, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
I could scam this guy.
We always answer in our Chesterverse names.
That's right.
I always say, hello, this is Sadie. Or what do I say? Hello, Fieldhouse, this is Sadie. But I think they hang up because they think it's like the field house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's what we call our house because we're Chesterfield, so it's the field
Right.
house.
What do you mean, though, the field house? Like, they think
like
it's the
a-
field house. What's a field house?
There's a field house over by
exercise
the
place, right?
university.
Yeah, like the Alfred Jenkins Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
Is that's not the
That's called a field house?
Yeah, if you look
Yeah.
on Google Maps, it's called Field House.
kind of by the Merlis
Because it
Belcher
has a
place,
field.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your kin.
With a house.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah,
the ironic thing is, like, the field house where we live, the Chesterfield house, is actually very close to the big
the-
field house.
Yeah.
Like, we're like 2 blocks away from a sign that says Field House Road, and it points at our house. So,
Oh, man, that's those stars aligning there again.
yeah.
Fucking
So what
love
do you
it.
tell telemarketers then when they call?
Well,
Do you,
we
do you
usually
try to keep them on the phone as long as possible?
if I know they're willing to talk, then I will, and I'll say, I don't know, say one story or the next about who I am, but usually like they're not too willing to talk.
I remember there was one where you and I were in the living room and somebody called and you picked up and you're like, hey, Melvin Fieldhouse. And I couldn't hear it, so there's some talking and he's like, yeah, you gotta listen to this. And he just grabs my guitar and starts sliding up and down the strings. And then goes, and you're still there. He's like,
Hello.
yeah, did you hear that? Here, listen again.
Oh, my God.
And then they hung up the second time. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've
Well,
ever
my-
heard that noise, it's awful. It's
Yeah. Well, my idea is always to keep them on the phone as long as possible so that they can't scam anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had done, I recorded you doing that and put that out there
Oh, yeah, you did.
like a year ago or whatever. What
Yeah.
the hell was that again? Oh, they tried telling you that like
I was arrested or something.
you were going to be arrested because you
yeah.
owed some money or whatever,
Oh,
but
that
then
one,
as you were on the phone, you kind of called their bullshit and they hung up on you.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those are always so scary. I was going to the cold sweats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My dude, there was one year, and I think it was 2017. It was just like I got caught off guard with one of those phone calls one day, and I ended up saying my social insurance number on it, and then as I said it, I was like after I got off the call, I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. So immediately after, I called like the RCMP, I called the freaking CRA, I like. Had to cancel a bunch. Well, some of it I didn't have to cancel. They just like flagged it and to like they were gonna keep an eye on it, but nothing ever happened. But yeah, I got caught off guard once.
I don't know what my social insurance number is. I have to look it up every time.
Yeah.
Well,
For that reason.
the thing is that those people that are saying, if they were who they say they were, they already know that number.
Yeah.
So there's no
Yeah.
reason for
Yeah.
you to be saying it.
So did you have to change your social insurance number?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
So what is
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
But yeah, no, I ended up saying it.
If you got it on the top of your head.
But yeah, no, nothing bad ever came of it. But there was like a couple days there where I felt like shit and just panicky, like what's
Yeah.
gonna happen? Fuck.
You can't sleep comfortably.
That's the funny thing when they send that, like when we get those calls on the landline, it's like, well, there's 4 people living here. Which one is it?
Yeah.
And they don't know what to say. It's
Yeah,
like,
give me a
"Well, it's
name."
you. It's like, you don't
Well,
know who
what's my
I
name?
am.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the best. I almost want to get a landline back just to fuck around with that kind of shit now.
No.
I mean, you get at least 3 calls a day typically.
I bet you.
Actually, I get a lot on my cell phone too. But the phone like will tell me if it's spam.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if it says spam, I don't answer it. But if it says what's the other one?
Caller unknown or
No, it's like
Robocaller.
no, not overseas caller. What is it? What's that?
International call.
International call. I'll answer those. There was one, I was getting
Yeah.
an international call once and I answered it. It was a band out of New York
Oh yeah.
that was like, they wanted to submit.
Between the Rain.
Yeah, it was, we ended up getting them on the podcast anyways, but
Oh.
that was how I had sent them an email, like looking for music to put on Funky Moose Radio, that kind of thing. And I think it was like, I don't know, 6 months later, he replied and called me back. And I'm like, who's this? But yeah, so we had those guys on the show. Shout out to Between the Rain from United States.
Do you still have your phone number and your signature?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I got no problem with
Good
that
to
at all.
know.
Yeah.
I got no problem. If you guys are bands or music or anything, hit me up, man.
306.
Yeah. No, put their number down here again. Right here. This is the number right here.
Put our number.
Yeah.
Call us to.
And then ask for Joelle. They'll redirect.
Yeah. For sure. So, okay, this song that we got an opportunity to listen to, can you tell me a little bit about like, you wrote that in 2013,
yeah.
and you're only recording it now. Why did you wait so long for such a banger of a song?
Well, it's kind of
They didn't have a saxophone.
it's kind of reflective of my writing process overall. So like whenever I write anything, like, you know, even if it's 2 notes or 2 words, I'll write it down and put it all in the same spot so I can go back to it later. And how I wrote every one of my songs on this album is I was either halfway through writing a song or wanted to write a song and I got stuck, and so I go back to this file. I call it the well, and like whenever these guys are caught, I'm like, did you check the well? You know, it's just like probably 300 or 400 voice clips of different songs, and so in that way it's kind of like I'm co-writing a song with myself from another time, right? So it's like, you know, then I was kind of in some kind of musical tangent. I was listening to this band or that band, or really into lyrics or really into music, and now I'm in a totally different spot, right? So it's like there's something that Cordell was on that I'm no longer on, so it's like I get to write a song with myself. And that was kind of the case with the song Dandy Breaks and Big Cats, but this one I wrote in full in 2014 after a breakup. So like broke up with my then girlfriend. We were at Ness Creek, and you know, it was rainy Ness. Yeah. So, you know, yeah, the real relationship maker, and yeah, it just, it became obvious it wasn't going to happen. Couple months later, we broke up, and then I wrote this song, and I started playing with my old bands again because I'm single. I got time. Another guy in the band broke up with his girlfriend, so we had all kinds of time, and that was basically the first song we wrote, and then we started playing some other stuff, and then I moved here. But we were kind of like a hard rock band, kind of like Sabbath and Audioslave. So, very good in other regards, but just couldn't get into that groovy pocket quite the same. And as soon as, we had Eric on the sax, it's like, that's it. This is the one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Freaking right. So then, okay, so you get into the studio to actually record it. Then what? Like, now you've got this song recorded that you've had for a decade.
Yeah.
Right? And now you get to release this. Can you walk me through the process that you're going through or have went through to be able to release this single out there?
Well, it's been just as much work as recording, and we actually recorded a lot of the album ourselves. We only recorded the drums and the saxophone in the studio. Everything else we recorded in our front room. Okay. And so that was quite a process. But yeah, so basically it's we took a little longer for our songs to get mixed. We got a really good deal from Ryan's, and kind of part of the exchange was it'll take a little longer to mix. And so... And he was very interfacing with us, which was awesome. Like, a lot of mixers will just kind of mix it and be like, this is the final mix, this is the final master. Then if you have a problem, you just kind of tell him. But Ryan's like, okay, well, I did this mix, and he did about 7 or 8 mixes, and we got to see the whole progression from totally raw to totally mastered. And then we had probably 6 masters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was a big part of it, is like, I've listened to this, well, we've all listened to this album about 400 times now, and I'm about ready to never hear it again. But so
that's how it goes in the process.
Oh yeah.
By the time you're done making the freaking record, you're so sick of it, and then that's all everyone wants to hear.
And then you have to do it live.
Yeah, that's. I ask a lot of people that too. Like, like that the one of the hits that you have out there, if you were stuck playing that song for the next 20 years, like, would you be okay with it? And I don't think I've had one person be like, yeah, I'd be fine with that. Everyone's like, fuck that noise. Like, I'll change it when I'm doing it live, or I'll do something different here, just so it's not like the same shit for 20 years. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, well, sure. That's the make or break. Tom Petty said about Free Fallin' would have probably been my favorite song if it wasn't my biggest hit.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah. Actually, Rick Astley, there's a
Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah, there's a YouTube, I think it's made by Vice, but it's like a documentary series about these one-hit wonder type of things, and Rick Astley kind of says the same thing. So he was out of the music industry for a while, and then when this meme came about where everybody got rickrolled, he was like, okay, well, maybe I should get back on stage.
Yeah,
I don't know. And he was, at that point, he was like okay with the song, but he got so famous so fast that he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So he got out of the music industry. Then that meme happened, and he got back into it, and he was like, I kind of like this song now. So maybe when you have one of those hits, maybe you just need to get out for a few years and then go back in.
Yeah, it might come back to you.
Yeah, don't just railroad after it. Just like give it some time to marinate.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of one of the things Ryan, our engineer, said about it. He said, I know you've listened to this a lot, so have I. Like, you won't be totally sure how you feel about it until 2 years, or until 2 years after you haven't listened to it and you revisit it. It was something along the lines of that.
Well,
anyway.
and that's, I guess, the beauty too, is like there's nothing stopping you from coming back to it. And if you want to change, even if you release it and it's like this big hit, 5 years down the road, if you're not happy with it and you want to change something, like, you totally can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Remix.
Yeah, a remix. Yeah, there you go.
Or like in the case of Never Gonna Give You Up, like Rick Astley performed that song with the Foo Fighters in the Foo Fighters style.
That's hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
But he's a great artist.
Mm-hmm.
He still goes on stage, and he's still rocking it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's also one of the beauties of like not having like one single song that we all like love and that we're really pushing. It's like our whole album is kind of, we're stoked about all the songs on our album.
Because they're all so different from each other,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had the conversation a couple times, like what we think will be like none of us can forecast what's going to be the most popular. We have our favorites, but like we don't know.
Right.
We have no idea when we're not pushing any either.
Yeah.
You know, it's
So
just going to kind
dependent.
of.
Sorry.
No, you go on.
It's so dependent on who's listening to it too, because like since we genre hop, everyone likes something different. So
Right.
like somebody might really like Wash It Away, which is a bit of a more like harder bluesy, funky kind of song, whereas like something like Morning is like, I would say kind of more of a depressing country song, you know?
Well, it caught Sadie's in a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like everything's so different, right? Like
So-
there's that's even just with us. Like we like you like the Eagles, whereas like I like ABBA. I don't know. Like
Right.
Yeah.
just for an example, it's not who we
like the
love.
Eagles?
Oh yeah.
But we all have like such different tastes for
Right.
where we come from. So it's like even our crowd's gonna have a big different taste too.
So how is that? So when you're performing on stage and you've got a crowd of a couple hundred people, let's say at the Capitol, for example, and you're performing that, because your songs are so different from each other, if the crowd isn't familiar with who Chesterfield is, do you guys find it hard to like keep the attention of the crowd out there, or is it simplified because it's such a variety?
I'd say yeah, it's like easier for us because if you don't like this song, you might like the next one, right?
Right. And you
Like
said that
after-
on stage too, like right
Yeah.
at the top of
Yeah.
the show. You were like, just so you know, like we're kind of all over the place, or however you worded it, right?
Yeah.
That like you actually said you might not like this one, but the next one you might like because it's
Yeah.
gonna be different. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of keeps you out of your own mind too. Like if you're like, oh man, like this crowd's not digging it, or they're not as enthusiastic as they should be. Like you kind of like, well, we got like a whole new thing for you,
Yeah.
so try this one out.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny watching the crowd too, because it's like you see this group dancing to this song, but then you see that group
Yeah.
dancing to this song. It's
Different
like,
age groups.
yeah, different
Yeah.
ages and
And
like
probably people like
different like looks too.
walking
There's,
out
like,
for their cigarettes during one song, and then you know the group just switches
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
And you're on stage like, oh, I
And-
should smoke too.
Yeah. I hate
Every
a cigarette.
But then after every show, like after every single show, we got different people coming to us like, oh, I love this song. Oh, I love that song. And like,
Yeah.
you're just like looking at the people talking to you. There's all kinds of walks of life there. Like,
Yeah.
it's not your typical like one
Yep.
shoe fits all. It's just like there's like a metalhead, and then there's like a girly girl, and yeah,
Yes.
it really varies.
Yeah, you don't really hear the same compliment twice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know if I know any other bands locally or that are doing that. Like in Saskatchewan, for example. Do you know
usually-
any other artists that are?
No, usually bands are pretty, this is my lane and that's what I'm sticking to.
Yeah.
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 We're just stepping on everybody.
I love that though.
We a big thing that we take inspiration from is a band called Ween, and they have a country album, then they have like a pop album, like a nautical sea shanty album,
Right.
you know, like
Psychedelic children's album.
yeah, like a punk album, like it's like, and
Album of rock ballads.
yeah. And so that was one thing that really brought us all together, is our love of the band Ween. And, you know, we're kind of like not trying to rip them off or like copy them or really even imitate them, because you can't with Ween. Like it's just
Right.
So unique.
they're like built on this dark brand of humor. But what we kind of do emulate from them is just whatever song, you know, like if you're inspired by an Eagles song today, write an Eagles song. You know, if you're liking like, you know, trash pop, like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah,
Another
like
thing.
yeah, Sandy Landing's a trash pop song. Yeah. It like, you know, it's just do it. And it's not like we're not like, well, we don't got to make this more country or we need to rock this up. Like it's just like we're all like, you know, good enough musicians to like be
Just-
able to jump from
Yeah.
from thing to thing. And-
It's about having fun and it sounding good while doing it. That's all.
Actually-
That's what. It's just so simplified, just for that. Just have fun, and it needs to sound good.
Actually, Deaf Idols.
They're kind of. You're right. Well,
They're a rock band, but they're like we had one show 3-4 weeks ago,
something like that.
and they're
Are you familiar with who Deaf Idols are?
No.
from Regina.
Out of Regina?
They have an album that Joel and I both listened to, and then we told the band that, and they were like, "Yeah, that's not what we sound like." But that's what your album is. Yeah, but then you listen to the next one, it's completely different.
And it is. It is. The song, even the songs like on their EP.
Yep.
The difference in just from one song to the next was a little bit of a
But
mind fuck.
there's still a,
for me, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still a hard rock band.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember who I had compared them to when they were on the show, but I don't remember.
like
There was.
old Metallica, like way back. Like
Yeah, I don't remember.
Garage Daily.
Dave
Yeah,
Mustaine.
like old. Yeah, there was like one song that made me think of like old 80s Metallica, and then one song like made me think of the Foo Fighters, and then it was just kind of like just different. They were different. So so he's right. Yeah, another band that would be similar but different.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Cut that out. But yeah. Shout out to Deaf Idols out there. Those guys are the shit,
Yeah,
man.
we'll have to give them a check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Regina, you said?
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't really do much during the pandemic. Well, like nobody really did,
Yeah.
you know, but I think they're out and about. They're playing quite frequently.
Do you know Portnoy's?
Regina as well?
Yep. They're
Oh.
two members of Portnoy's are in.
Okay.
The Deaf Idols.
Okay.
Yeah, we know a couple bands in Regina, not a whole lot though, hey?
Yeah.
That's where we're kind of hoping to expand to across Saskatchewan and out.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a tour coming up, and that's one of our important dates.
Yeah.
Is Regina?
Yeah.
Where are you playing?
We haven't got, we have like the route booked, but we don't have it like booked, but we're basically going from like PA to Regina to Swift to Calgary to Edmonton, or some combination
around
of that.
there.
Right.
Some stops in between, but
Yeah.
the
So you
main
know
ones.
where you're going to stop, you just don't know exactly where yet.
Yeah, we don't got the venues
That's
booked.
next week's job is to book that.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said last week?
Yeah. No, last week it was get the album out.
Oh, okay.
Right on. Prince Albert. Maybe we can help with the Prince Albert one a little bit.
Yeah.
We know a lot of
That'd be
artists out in that area.
Yeah.
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 That could be a good fit.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
We were
Hell yeah.
talking on Saturday, 2 weeks ago, I guess. We were talking with Velvet Threads because they're all from there. So
Yeah.
they're like, maybe we should just rent a hall.
Oh,
So I think that could be cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you guys
There
want
you
to
go.
sponsor our show, that would be cool.
That's what I miss, hall
Maybe.
shows. I remember when I first started playing, hall
We have a
shows
hall
were a
across the
huge
yeah, there's a
thing.
hall right across the
that
road
would
here.
be
That was where the
fun.
first Moose Fest was
Yeah.
at that
Wow.
hall. Yeah.
That'd be fun, a small town tour, hey?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, the thing I love about hall shows is they're always just so loud and chaotic.
Yeah, they're so loud. Yeah.
Echoes coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
2 days.
Residential neighborhoods too.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I like it. I'll be there. I'll be at the Prince Albert show. Chalk me up.
Hell
Save me
yeah.
a ticket, man. I'll be there 100%.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
You ever wait in anticipation for your song to play on the radio, knowing that it's been requested so many times, and you still can't get it on there? Check this out. Go to Funky Moose Radio, to the app, and scroll all the way down, and hit the S button for the search engine. Type in the song that you want to listen to. Hey, Kemper! Kemper, come here, buddy. Come here. What's the name of that song that reminds you of My Singing Monsters that you like?
Semi-climactic.
And boom, your song is played. So yeah, go to Funky Moose Radio and request a song. Stay tuned and enjoy.
Don't test me
Is that a common thing? Like for auditioning for festivals?
Not really.
No, hey?
It's
'Cause I'm like-
kind of unconventional.
Saskatchewan it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
common here.
Yeah.
Like Nest Creek Festival, you have to audition for it's for certain stages though.
Yeah.
Like after hours or the what do they call it, Nest Gen, which is the youth
Yeah.
stage.
Probably
Then the
depending.
Bluegrass Festival, they audition in between sets. Tweeners, they call them. Yeah, I would say like it's pretty common in Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it's not. It was never super conventional in Alberta. I never did like a festival audition in Alberta.
Did you play many festivals?
We came here to play a lot of festivals.
Yeah.
But we
Secret
looked
audition.
into different festivals and none of them really had it. It was just you send them your CD or give them your link and
Right.
they decide whether they like you or not based on
Right.
reviews and what you got.
Yeah,
and
not
what
some
you
kind of
give them.
battle of the bands thing for it. We
Yeah.
had somebody. I had somebody hit me up last week with an audition tape for Moose Fest.
The fact that you didn't share it with me.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't looked at it yet, so I don't even remember his name to tell you the truth.
Okay.
Well, let's check it out after. We can check it out after.
Yeah.
We'll make that call.
right here.
Yeah.
So if you're
Yeah,
not,
we'll just air it right here for the public. This guy wants to play Moose Fest.
yeah, leave a comment below.
John Fogerty.
Hell yeah. No, I love that kind of shit when people send me stuff like that. That like when that band out of New York got a hold of me and like
Yeah.
turned that into something. And
Yeah.
yeah, I love it when people send me their music. I've got so much music on my phone that I can't show anybody. I love it. It's just for me and Janelle. So good.
Just secret.
It is. I'm full of secret times, man. I'm full of them. And I'll be honest, sometimes I tell Mark. Sometimes.
Yeah. You probably know some things.
Yeah.
I know things, man.
But if it just so that you guys know, if you ever tell me like a hard secret, Janelle's gonna know about it.
Oh yeah.
So the short answer is I can't keep a secret because I tell everything to Janelle.
Partner
Yeah.
privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
We got the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
yeah.
I don't want to be part of this.
Keep me out of that.
So let's bring it back to the song. I forget the name of the song again.
Wash it away.
Wash It Away. So what is the actual release date of that track?
So it's going to be from the time this podcast airs, 3 days on November 24th is the name of
nice.
is the dropping of that single, and then Sandy Landing, which we've mentioned once or twice. That's when you saw us. It's the show where
Yeah.
yeah
Where bend over backwards.
I
for
wish
that
I got
one.
a picture or video of that.
yeah
I didn't get anything that whole night.
You were too tired.
No, my
You're
phone
an
was
old
full.
man
I
now.
deleted a lot of stuff off my phone today so that we could do this podcast.
Nice.
We there's a possibility we have a picture or video of that too.
oh we might.
I have a
not too
picture of us at Rostern gas station.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
still got that. Man,
That's when we booked this podcast.
Yes, that's true, hey? I've
The
run
meetup
into
spot.
quite a few people there, which is kind of funny. It's the cheapest gas in Saskatchewan, man. 100%.
Well, and it's funny because we ran into you that time, and then 2 or 3 weeks before we were also coming through, and we ran into
Clayton.
Clayton Lithidicum. Yeah,
He plays
from Casey
with
and
the,
Clayton
yeah,
in Deep Dark Woods. Yeah,
and he also plays with the Salt Licks.
yeah. He's sitting
Honky-tonk band.
in the Sadies too right now.
I
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
know if he is. I think he and Casey are opening for them.
Well,
Casey's singing with them.
They open, but he plays too. He was like he's not taken Dallas's spot by any means. He doesn't
Can you
sing,
hear that, hey? My
but
stomach?
Yeah.
he like he's also like I think he plays a couple of the guitar licks just when they need two guitars happening. And he's really good. Like he's nice. I think he's
So
ripping an SG.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing in Rostern?
It's the
Getting gas, of
halfway
course.
point to a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you guys doing there?
Well, when we ran
That one we
into,
were going.
it's when I went
It was
and
a week before Bluegrass. don't know where we were going.
I'm trying to remember
while
because I
ago.
asked you that too. I was like, "What the hell are you guys doing way out here?"
Well, when we ran into you, we were on the way to Canistano.
Which is where my family
Was that for
lives.
the porch rip down?
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
ripped down a porch. Yeah.
You always say when I ripped down a porch. I helped.
Yeah, you guys
I
helped.
also ripped down a porch.
Yeah, I did
And
too.
He goes around
Not that
telling
one.
everyone, yeah, I single-handedly ripped down a porch. I'm like, I ripped down like at least a quarter of that porch.
Hey, like
too.
I like was like standing there with a wall. Like,
Yeah, but I was also up on a ladder, tearing stuff off.
I know
with a pry
someone.
bar.
I know someone who does that too. It's all. I did this.
Yeah,
I do not do that.
so maybe we should be the
Do I?
partnership.
You want me to point it out?
Yeah. For those of you watching and listening, whenever I say that I did something, I mean we. And when I say we, I mean either Mark and myself or Janelle and myself. There's always we, or else like my schizo,
And I know that, so that's why I don't.
my alter ego.
So you don't do anything by yourself. It's always just you.
I'm always exactly. And if Mark's not physically with me, I'm calling him. Got him on the
I
line.
went to the bathroom.
That's not even.
I'll call him in the bathroom. I got no.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed.
Hey, what are you doing? Taking a shit. Oh, cool. So here's the thing.
Yeah. What do you think of this band? Hell yeah. So the 24th, right, is what you said?
24th, and then I think it's
Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday release. Yeah.
Just because.
Just well, because it's
Nice.
gonna be. Yeah, like it's.
You know, it's always new release Friday, right?
Well, we're getting ahead of the game. Early bird gets the worm.
Good answer.
I like that. I like that.
Mind you, it is 11:59.
Yeah.
We are couch people. We're pretty chill. It's like, put it out there. That's fine. Yeah.
And then Sandy Landing will be on.
A Tuesday.
No, that's also will be a Thursday.
Oh, I thought we left on the Tuesday.
Yeah. So December 6th, I think, for Sandy Landing. Coldest part of the year on our beachiest, warmest song. So we figure it'll.
Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
I freaking love it. So do you guys have like, are you going to do like music videos or any of that kind of fun stuff?
I think so, yeah. We already got a music video for Morning in the Midday, which is 2 years old, but that is a song that's going to be on the album. So we'll do probably a re-release of that music video with the remastered track.
Right.
And then, we're definitely going to do a couple other music videos, though, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, got some in the works.
a couple of them.
I love music videos, dude.
So fun to make, like, just...
Yeah, I agreed.
yeah.
Agreed, man. I love all the behind the scenes stuff. It can be a long day though. A lot of people think of like, oh, you just need this one shot. Oh, you just need this area for like an hour. It's like, no, dude, like we're probably gonna be here for like 6 hours to get
Yeah,
this
this is the whole
10-second take here. Like,
Yeah.
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 We did a live music video for our song Big Cats, which is on the album too, but it was more of a Ness Creek thing for the Ness Creek Music Festival. They did the virtual stage, and
Right.
they have the stage of Aquarius every year, which is like, at the beach nearby at Nestlin Lake, you go out in a pontoon and play for people in there in the water or whatever. And so we were the virtual stage of Aquarius, so they pulled that bad boy out to the middle of the lake and had just a bunch of boats circling around.
Oh, yes.
People rowing up in canoes and
Hell
listening
yeah,
to
man.
the music.
Yeah, and so it was a bit of a viral show, and but we were recording this music video, so we had to play the same song over about 30 times. But the way we played it,
Though. They loved it.
And then at the end, we played a couple more. We're just like, all right, let's get these
Give me
guys
something else.
Change it up a
so that
bit.
it's not
Well,
just
and-
stuck in their head.
not everyone knew that we were shooting a music video, so that we were kind of trolling the audience.
song
We're
kinda
like,
sounds
okay,
like
well,
the
yeah, that was
last.
Big Cats. This next song, it's Big Cats. All right, pick it. Like, and just
Oh, yes,
what the
dude.
hell's going on?
Is that about Tiger King?
No, it's
What, wasn't it?
oh yeah. Joe hides in the trees, always watching you, always watching me.
That's terrible.
It's kind of about like tripping or something.
No, it's actually a song about depression. But it's like I write all my saddest songs to sound the happiest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, it's
Yeah.
probably the saddest song on the record, but it's very upbeat and surfy and happy, so you might miss it kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
When you're writing a song, do you find it easier to write a song if you're like sad as opposed to happy?
Misery's an easier place to be motivated from, for me especially. Like I can, if I'm feeling good and happy about something, it's almost synonymous with not thinking, but like when I'm sad, I'm thinking a lot more about stuff, right? So it's kind of easier for me, but that's just me. I don't know. Like
How about you
I think
guys?
it's quite the opposite for
Yeah.
Kasia, but
I don't know.
what about you,
I
Justin?
think it comes from a place of just like stagnance and depression.
Yeah.
It's like you're sitting there reflecting on things that have happened so you can write about something. Yeah. Like good times, it's hard to write about good times because it's like good times are just good. There's nothing really to write about them.
I had
You
fun
know?
today.
Yeah, nice flex.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. It's a little different, I guess. Like I kind of go on like a wide range of emotions, but sometimes it's like you feel something and you think there's something missing, so that you're just trying to kind of fill a void that may like that you don't completely grasp yet, and then like the song kind of fills whatever that
Right.
was. Sometimes it's like you're frustrated because you're trying to write a song. So you're just like, well, I'm gonna just throw this one away, and I write like the shittiest song ever, and then sometimes it turns out that it's like not quite as shitty as you think.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of depends on what I'm feeling. Sometimes I can't write a song, and then sometimes like I'll write one in a day. More recently, I think I've been kind of building songs more so than having them just kind of come to me like my previous ones. But yeah, I got a couple that I've just been like working on and like kind of coming back to every couple weeks, and then I always have something new that might be fueling me for.
So when you're doing that, are you going in like starting with like melodies, or are you like writing lyrics down, or both?
Sometimes, like I'd say a lot of the time it'll be like there's a lyric that would come to my mind, or some type of weird saying that like I just like thought of, and that could like provoke an emotion, I guess, and then go off of that. And sometimes it's just like I'm learning like a Joe Walsh song or something like that just for fun, and pick it up on a couple of the licks and changing around somehow that inspires me to write a song.
Yep. Heck
So,
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There's not a solid method to my writing, that's for sure.
Right. You know what? A lot of people I ask that question to, and it's like a lot of similar answers come out. Like whenever I ask that question, I'm kind of thinking in my head, yeah, I already know what you're like. It's just so similar to everybody. Like there's no right or wrong way to write a song. It all comes from inspiration, and it's all like in the mood that you're in at that time, and you're writing about what you know, and sometimes it's the melodies are first, and sometimes it's the lyrics are first. It's never there's no like set in stone way on
like a
like step by
formula.
step. There's no formula. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. That's what I'm trying to say to do it. So, but yeah, you ever try and write a song?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah. How did that go for you?
Very, very poorly.
How did you do it? Did you go like lyrics first or melodies?
Lyrics. So my cousin was an actual musician, and we used to have writing sessions together. I was a kid, mind you,
Like how old?
like 9, 10.
9, 10?
That's when it happens.
And we both came up with the shittiest songs. They will never see the light of day, but I can show you some if you want.
I do. I want. Why don't you sing what you remember?
No, absolutely not.
You can click on this link.
Call this number again right now, and we'll play it for you.
Yeah. No, that. Yeah, he continued in music, and I am doing this now.
I see. I used to write. I used to get really, really high, and then I would write parodies to other songs. I would just change the lyrics, so I would keep like the same beat, but just change the lyrics to whatever, man, dude. And I thought they were so good, right? Because I was like, it's pretty high.
And then you came
That
down
time.
from your high, and then you look at it, and it's like, who the
And then
fuck wrote
I
this?
sobered up, and thank God I don't have any of those writings.
Yeah.
But I can't write at all.
Yeah, that's like me and my cousin getting together when we were around the age of 10, writing our first songs too. But they were just brutal because like I didn't even think about being a musician at that time. I was just a skateboarder and
Right.
into all this weird shit. But I remember we were like playing poker or something with pennies and cards, and we decided to write this one song. It was just terrible. But now he's a great musician, and he's writing a lot of music too. Marcus Braun, he's got some good stuff out there.
That I feel like that name rings a bell.
Is he from around here?
He's from Swift Current, yeah, and he's got his album out, Highway Number 1, I think, or maybe that's just the song. But yeah, I don't know, he makes some good music too.
It rings a bell, the name, but
Yeah, well, he's got shorter hair than me, so.
Man, I swear to
there are a lot
God,
of
we've.
dudes that have-
I swear to God, we hear so many names and run into so many people
Oh yeah.
that I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's absolutely no way I can just remember everybody. So it's like when I meet people for the first time, I'm like telling them straight up, like, I'm not gonna remember your name. I'm sorry. Like, thank you for telling me, but like, I'm your buddy now. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
Now you're buddy. Like, and I'll stand by that. I'm telling everybody listening right now, I will not remember your name.
That's one of the best parts of the Canadian language dialect is you can buddy,
Hey,
yeah, hey
buddy.
buddy,
Yeah.
like, you know, and it's a lot more aggressive in the American, hey buddy, like, you know, like,
Come
I
here,
always
buddy.
think of, did you guys ever listen to "They're All Gonna Laugh at You" from Adam Sandler, like back in the '90s?
No way. Oh yes, like it has. Yes, my brother liked it. And
Oh,
I
dude.
was kind of young.
Yeah, it's got like medium pace and frickin' "They're All Gonna Laugh at You," where it's like, no, they're all gonna laugh at you. But there was one skit I remember seeing the video for it on MTV as well. It was a cartoon where they go on the train. It's just some freaking skit, and the one guy's like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going, buddy? I'm buzzing, buddy," and it just keeps. Every time I call somebody buddy, I think of Adam Sandler all the time from that skit.
Yeah, he's got that one.
Now we wait for them.
Now we wait for that.
But that Christmas movie, what was that? Adam Sandler.
Oh, 8 Crazy Nights.
8 Crazy Nights. Yeah.
I don't think I've watched that one.
That it's a cartoon, and I forget what it's exactly about. I just remember there's a technical foul part, and some old guy's like, "That's a technical foul."
Whitey.
That's where you get that from.
It's Whitey, right?
Whitey.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Adam Sandler on the Cosby Show.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, he was one of Theo's buddies.
jeez, just
Buddies.
18 years
Yeah,
old.
one of his buddies. One of his buddies, buddy. Yeah, I remember that.
There's that one with him and Steve Buscemi and I can't remember the other guy. He's another big artist, but they're in a rock band, and then they like take down a criminal.
Airheads.
Yeah, Airheads.
Yeah, dude, that's such a good movie.
Brendan Fraser.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it. Brendan Fraser. Yeah.
What's your favorite part in that movie?
So
There's
it's
many
been a
good
while
ones.
since I saw it, but I always found it really funny how Steve Buscemi got really mad because Adam Sandler, the drummer, kept getting laid.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, God damn it, no one likes the bass player.
Have you seen that movie? Where they break into the radio station to get their song played on the radio? You gotta watch that movie.
Not that I remember.
They're like having a hard time to break in. They're like, "You got this place sealed up like a dolphin's butt." Yeah, watertight. Dude, so good. Before the show, before we started, we were talking about Jake Vatalan because his record is hanging up there, and you said something
Yeah.
about you guys got a good Jake Vatalan story for us. I'd love to hear.
Well, we were sharing this benefit out at Big River, and we were kind of both playing sets, and there was like welcome stickers on the table or something like that.
Yeah,
So
stickers about this big.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like size of a toonie or bigger?
Yeah, about the
Yeah,
size of a
about a
toonie.
yeah, around there. Yeah, and I don't know. I was wearing a really uncomfortable shirt, right? So like my nipples were kind of coming off.
Right.
Right. They were
Getting
starting
chafed.
to chafe off. So I'm like, well, I'll just kind of like maybe sneak a couple of these stickers and put them on my nipples, right? So that I'm not chafing.
Right.
And then, like, it's happened before when you're playing baseball or something, you got to tape them up. But yeah, we thought it would be funny if we got our whole band wearing them. So we all stuck
All of
these
us,
things
all
on.
5 of us had nipple pasties on.
Not included.
You didn't have
I
them,
didn't
yeah.
do it.
No, yeah. we all stuck them on. We were kind of proud of these. We were like, yeah, like
Flicking
play
each
real
other.
good. And so we kind of like walk over to
Jackson.
Jackson, I think, was the first time. We were like, yo, Jackson, check this out. Kind of show him what we got going on, and we're like, there's more. you should put some on. So we kind of like set him up with a pair.
And he did it too?
Oh yeah, he got
Oh,
him going
yes,
too.
dude.
Old Jack.
Then we kind of snuck over to Joel.
Yeah, and Steven.
Joel and Steven, yeah, and got them going too with them.
Joel was a bit apprehensive, but Steven did it, and so Joel's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like I suppose I'll put them on too. So we're all just feeling prime with our pasties on.
Yeah, dude.
And did somebody ask?
We asked Jackson after the show, like, did you guys they kept him on for the whole show? So we got Jake Vaudelin's backing band to wear nipple pasties for a whole show.
Yes,
Like I
dude.
showed Jake. I'm like, yo, check this out.
I think Steven did too.
Yeah,
like,
Steven
was
did,
like,
yeah.
Look. Like they're all
Trying
like,
to get Jake to do it
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
do it.
He was very serious, and he was kind of in like game mode too.
Yeah,
for the
I think
show.
he
That's the-
always is.
He's
Oh,
so
yeah.
cool.
He
He's so
always is.
focused,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
intense.
He knows
I
his
really
shit.
like that about him. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think he put him on, but
Or he did to fuck with you
maybe
all.
he
Yeah.
did.
He was the first, and we just didn't even know. Yeah.
He was doing it well before you were doing it.
Stickers were there, man.
He's like, this isn't the first day I wear this suit, boys. I know what to do here.
Jake, we love you, man.
Love you, buddy.
Buddy.
That's fucking hilarious. And I can totally see Steven doing that.
Yeah,
Like-
Steven,
like
I think,
just
was like the most
that-
stoked on it. He's like, that's freaking hilarious.
No
Like,
doubt,
I give
man.
him
That
the-
guy on stage, he's
Oh.
like, he takes over the whole
Yeah.
stage,
Oh, yeah.
jumping all over the place, and he's a ball of energy, man.
Yeah, that's so cool that you can and with an upright too. Like it's like just old school, like just
Yes,
pure
dude.
old
School,
school
cool.
energy. That whole band has that, like we kind of like to think of ourselves as like cut right out of the 60s. Those guys cut right out like of the 30s and
Yeah.
40s, right in that prime early bluegrass period.
For sure. And you know I'll say this on record too. What's interesting is that, like, and you know this because you know Jake, like, it's not a show.
No, yeah.
Like, it's not a character that you see it. Like, if you sit down and talk with him, like, that's him.
That's Jake.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
legit who he is. I
Yep,
freaking
for
love
sure.
that guy.
yeah.
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 Cool.
Yeah.
Love that story. So, why don't we wrap this up, you guys, and tell the people listening or watching where we can find you?
So you can call us at our house
Yeah,
telephone.
and here's that
Right here.
number again
Last
right there. Here we go. We'll put that number in the description below too. We should.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely
gotta
got clearance from us.
Ring those phones.
Call us at all hours because God knows we call people at all hours. So
We deserve
give us some of our
karma.
own medicine.
Yeah. Another good way to get at us is Chesterfield on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's our most common account, and then our Facebook.
Yeah. Chesterfield, Saskatoon.
Yeah, so those are divided. I'm mostly the Insta. Justin helps out a bit too, and then Cordell's mostly Facebook.
I'm old
but Justin
grandpa
helps out with
Facebook.
that.
I'm the helper.
And then I'm on the email too.
Yeah.
I check that regularly,
Yeah.
which is chesterfieldsask@gmail.com.
Yeah. We got our full album coming out on December 18th. So that's when the whole
Electronic.
album will be. Yeah, and then physical release on January 13th, 2023.
Yeah.
Hell yes. So keep an eye out for shows. You guys ever see that Chesterfield logo or where they're playing, I strongly suggest you go check them out. No two songs are the same. So if you don't like one song, chances of you liking the next one are very high. I appreciate the shit out of you guys. It means so much that you guys came here in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pleasure.
Yeah. No, thanks for having us. We love coming on. You guys are so easy to talk to. and
This
such good questions too. I really like you guys. Yeah, very good questions.
No.
Yeah.
No, what I love about
yeah,
it is
yeah.
it's just a hang and there's nothing hidden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we were at the Capitol, just whatever shooting the shit there, that's what this would have been the same
The questions
conversation.
would have been the same, except
Yeah,
now we have
so-
microphones.
A little quieter too.
Yeah, it's a little quieter here for sure. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys live again. And like I said, this door's always open for you guys. And if there's anything we can do to help or whatever, just hang out, go for coffee, whatever, shoot the shit. Give me a call, man.
Awesome.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you guys are always welcome at our house too. I have lots of parties coming up. So
At the field
Just
house.
give us a call.
yeah,
At
here's the number.
555. Right on. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Hell yeah.